This is the last illustration for assets, the current assets of a balance sheet. Please understand there could be other items in a current asset category based on the definition of current assets. But for our course, these are the main ones that we're going to talk about because we're just trying to illustrate what a balance sheet should look like and how the information should flow from a chart of accounts. At the end of the fiscal year, if someone owes you money for something, for a service you provided for them or something that you sold, you can't record it in cash. You haven't got the money yet. It's not recorded in sales, but sales don't go on the balance sheet. But still, it's not recorded in sales because somebody hasn't paid you yet. So you need a place for accounts receivable. Now, accounts receivable is an asset because you own that. That's a little bit intangible because it's not something of bricks and mortar, but still, you own an accounts receivable. Somebody owes you something, and you're going to get paid. Okay? In a balance sheet, you simply record the amount that you are owed at the end of the fiscal year. Now, don't pay attention to dates right now. We're not trying to deal with different dates at this point. We will a little bit later on. But the account receivable right here would come right from the accounts receivable in your chart of accounts. So just for a moment, let's assume this is 2015 because that's what we've done in the others. This 3250 would simply go right there in accounts receivable. Once again, the change does not go on the balance sheet, just the amount you're owed. So you would end up having $3,250 right here that you would be owed, and that would be counted as an asset. Okay? It's a current asset simply because by being an accounts receivable, it means it's owed to you right now. It's not going to be spread over several years. It is something that's owed to you at this particular time, which is at the end of the fiscal year. Okay? This covers all the different categories we've got in current assets. We've had a short video on each one of these categories. I did not put anything in other or supplies simply because I listed those because the textbook did, but they're just sort of catch-all categories. But they would work exactly the same way. If you had some other item that should go into current assets because of the definition. In other words, something that is being held to be sold or something's going to be used up in the next accounting period, then you would need a chart of accounts for that so that you could put the value of that item in the assets. Do not put change. Change is something that will actually go on the income statement, which is the next financial statement. What goes on assets is value. What is something worth at the end of the fiscal year? Not how much it has changed during the year, but what is its current worth. Because the balance sheet tries to get at what the business is actually worth if that business had to be liquidated.